cast my mind to Calvary, where Jesus bled and died for me. I see his wounds, his hands, his feet, my Savior on that cursed tree. His body bound and drenched in tears, they laid him down in Joseph's tomb, the entrance sealed by heavy stone. Messiah stood and all alone. Oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise his name forevermore. For endless days we will sing your praise. Oh Lord our God. And on the first at break of dawn, yes, the Son of Heaven rose again. Yeah. Oh, tremble death, where is your sting? The angels roll for Christ the King. Yeah, still praise, oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise his name forevermore. For endless days we will sing your praise. Oh Lord our God. He shall return in robes of white. The blazing sun shall pierce the night, and I will rise among the saints, my gaze transfixed on Jesus' face. That's right.
You know, in Deuteronomy 21:23, it states in Judaic law that any man who is hung on a tree is under the curse of God. So you see, there really was no room, not in the traditions, not in the laws, not in the minds of the Jews, not for a crucified Messiah. And the Greeks, they could not conceive a God who would allow his son to die at the hands of his enemies. That was folly akin to madness. They just couldn't believe a God so scandalous, employing a plan so disastrous, compelled by a love so outlandish, it was absurd. And to be expected to believe that that man on the tree was king of the earth, the heavens, the universe, it was all just too much. I mean, come on, they had him tacked to their pitiful little cross. Some God, they said. No, Jesus was not the miraculous Messiah, nor the reasonable philosopher they wanted, so they cursed him and they hung him themselves. Never once asking God the Father if maybe Jesus was the answer to the prayers they had prayed for 1,000 years, forgetting that without the shedding of blood, there can be no forgiveness of sin anyway. This is the Jesus we celebrate today. Not the Jesus of our own creation, or heaven help us, our own expectation, but of a God whose ways are so much higher than our ways. Amen? You know, it's crazy because the Jesus we tend to speak of so casually in 21st century America was an impossibility to the ancient world. Jesus was an impossible man. Jesus claimed an impossible plan, and that is precisely why he's God. And that is precisely why it worked, because our Jesus did not just come to die. It's true, he was crucified like a convict, shredded, until the flesh of his shoulders hung in folds against his hips, back exposed as a wooden cross unlaced his tissues to grate against his bones. He knew untold anguish, sorrow, unlike any other, the Son of our God dying the death of a monster because he loved us. He loved you and I, his executioners. But friends, our Jesus did not just come to die. His truest sword was thrust through his side to lance his broken heart. He was peeled off the cross and laid in the dark of another man's tomb. But our Jesus did not just come to die. And I am begging you today, in the worthy spotlight of the cross, don't you lose sight of the empty grave. I don't know about you, but I do not serve a God eternally resting in the dust of this place. I serve a Jesus enthroned in the highest place, choirs of angels singing his greatness, his praises, his fame, because our Jesus did not just die. He was raised to life, and now he sits at the right hand of God the Father, arguing in your favor, holding your pardon with the compassion of a Savior, waiting for you, longing for you, interceding for you, pleading for you to turn your life over today. We do not just thank him for the cross, but we celebrate his triumph over death all over this place, the glory and the splendor and the majesty of God incarnate, man in skin, high priest, Prince of Peace, terror of the curtain, not just any humiliated dead man, but the very bread of the presence, the blood of the Lamb, our prophecy fulfillment, Emmanuel, God with us, Christ, the King of heaven. He's the breath of life in Adam. He is the God of Abraham. He is the Son of David. He is the great I am. In church, we will